And it took 3 of us working on this kid's head to get rid of these.
Michelle Pfeiffer, one of Hollywood's brightest stars during the 1980s and 1990s, is known for her award-winning performances on screen. But behind the glamour and her illustrious acting career, there's a story that's far less known. 30 years ago, Pfeiffer made a life-changing decision when she adopted a baby girl. As her career soared, her role as a mother quietly unfolded, away from the spotlight. Who is this girl, and what path did her life take? As Pfeiffer embraced fame, her daughter grew up with a unique story of her own. What's been hidden for years is now ready to be shared. Keep watching to learn everything about her and her daughter, who have grown away from the spotlight. From beauty queen to Hollywood icon.
In a fit of frustration, one day I was standing behind the cash register and there was some customer who was, having such an issue with the cantaloupes.
Born in sunny Santa Ana, California, on April 29, 1958, Michelle Pfeiffer's rise to stardom did not just reveal her acting talent, but her beauty as well. As a teenager, Pfeiffer's beauty won her several contests, but her heart was set on something far more captivating than the pageant circuit. Briefly considering a career as a court reporter, Pfeiffer quickly realized her calling was in the world of acting, a decision that would change the course of her life. However, she knew nothing about acting, so she had to work in a supermarket until she couldn't get along with the frustration of many customers again. Following her decision, she made her initial mark on television, appearing in shows like Fantasy Island, but it was the silver screen where her talent truly flourished. In 1982, her first major film role came with Grease 2, a movie that may not have wowed critics, but it introduced audiences to her undeniable charm. Then came Scarface in 1983, where she starred alongside Al Pacino, which brought her fame in Hollywood, revealing her strength as a performer. Pfeiffer's versatility became evident as she took on various roles throughout the 1980s. In Lady Hawk 1985, she portrayed the ill-fated Isabeau, and in The Witches of Eastwick 1987, she was one of 3 powerful women alongside Cher and Susan Sarandon. Her star continued to rise with Dangerous Liaisons 1988. This role earned her the first of several Academy Award nominations. Surprisingly, she was just 30 at the time. Her comedic side came to life in Married to the Mob in 1988. By the time she starred in The Fabulous Baker Boys in 1989, another Oscar nod had followed. Pfeiffer wasn't afraid to take the risks of transforming into the fierce and unforgettable Catwoman in Tim Burton's Batman Returns 1992. This role is still iconic to this day. From romantic dramas like One Fine Day 1996 to heart-wrenching stories like I Am Sam in 2001 and White Oleander in 2002, Pfeiffer showcased her ability to portray complex, relatable female characters. She embraced her versatility, effortlessly moving from roles in musicals like Hairspray 2007 to dark fantasies in Tim Burton's Dark Shadows 2012. Later in her career, Pfeiffer proved her acting prowess, captivating audiences with her roles in The Wizard of Lies 2017 and venturing into the Marvel Universe as Janet Van Dyne, the Wasp, Ant-Man, and the Wasp in 2018. Throughout her decades-long career, Michelle Pfeiffer has remained one of Hollywood's most celebrated actresses, consistently balancing grace, talent, and a magnetic presence that has never dimmed. So what's the new work she is about to embark on with her husband, whom she adopted a child with? Keep watching to find out more. Michelle Pfeiffer and David Edward Kelly. For the first time in over 3 decades, Michelle Pfeiffer is teaming up with her husband, David Edward Kelly, on a new project. The actress, known for her iconic roles in films like What Lies Beneath, broke her long-standing rule of keeping her marriage and career separate to star in the upcoming series Margot's Got Money Troubles for Apple TV+. 2000 and is already off to a great start, Pfeiffer shared on Instagram, tagging co-stars Elle Fanning, Nicole Kidman, and Kelly's production company. Their decision to work together comes after years of avoiding it, with Pfeiffer admitting in a 2021 interview with The New Yorker that they felt it was too risky. The couple had always believed that separating their professional and personal lives kept their bond strong. Now, after 31 years of marriage, they are ready to take on this new challenge together. So how did their love story start 31 years ago when they adopted a child together? Michelle Pfeiffer and David Edward Kelly's love story went against the conventional way of stepping into love. While many couples take time to love each other and talk about family, the Scarface star and the acclaimed television writer utterly went against the rule after they met on a blind date that later changed their lives. Their connection was instant, but fate had more in store. At the time, Pfeiffer was already in the process of adopting her daughter Claudia. And just 2 months into dating Kelly, she brought her new baby girl home. Reflecting on this unconventional start, Pfeiffer told Good Housekeeping in a 2007 interview, "We had this child with us right away, and most couples don't face that. It was a situation that separated the boys from the men, and David rose to the occasion. Seeing each other as parents before their relationship deepened felt like a gift. It took the pressure off as a couple," she added, "and the timing couldn't have been more perfect." This love and early start with an adopted child led them to walk down the aisle in November 1993. The couple tied the knot, and Kelly officially adopted Claudia that same year. As they celebrated 30 years of marriage in November 2023, Pfeiffer marked the occasion with a rare Instagram post, sharing a heartfelt glimpse into their enduring love with the caption, "30 years of bliss." Today, the daughter they adopted 31 years ago has grown into an accomplished woman. Despite not following her parents' on-screen careers, she has crafted a unique one for herself, but in which field? Keep watching. More will be revealed later in this video. A Hollywood mom's journey with Claudia and John. Michelle Pfeiffer's life off-screen has been just as fulfilling as her iconic film career. Surprisingly, the 3-time Oscar nominee doesn't just have an adopted child, but also shares 2 children with her husband, David Edward Kelly, a renowned television writer and producer. Pfeiffer's journey into motherhood began before she and Kelly even met. Less than a year after their wedding, in August 1994, their family grew again with the arrival of their son, John Henry. The 2 children became Pfeiffer's world, and she often spoke about her hopes for them. In a candid interview with Good Housekeeping in 2017, Pfeiffer shared, "I want them to be fighters. I want them to have something they believe in and to stay true to themselves. My grandmother raised 5 children during the Depression by herself. She was a real survivor, and I want my kids to have that kind of strength." In those early years, while instilling good habits in her kids, Pfeiffer deliberately chose to step away from Hollywood to focus on being present for her children and young family. It wasn't until 2017, after John and Claudia had grown up, that Pfeiffer opened up about her return to acting. In an interview with Interview magazine, she admitted, "I'm an empty nester now. I never lost my love for acting, but became so picky about projects and filming locations that I was practically unhireable. Time went on, and before I knew it, I had disappeared." However, her children significantly impacted her return to the screen. During a 2023 appearance on the Skinny Confidential Him and Her podcast, Pfeiffer revealed how her kids nudged her back into the industry, saying, "They asked, 'Mom, are you ever going to go back to work?' And I thought, isn't it great I'm home? But it made me rethink things." Today, grown-up Claudia Rose and John are thriving in their personal lives. Keep watching to discover what they have been up to while away from the spotlight. Michelle Pfeiffer's life took an unexpected yet beautiful turn in March 1993. Just 2 months after meeting David Kelly, she finalized the adoption of her daughter, Claudia. It was a lovely moment in her life that revealed so much about Kelly's character. The adoption process was already underway when he and I met, Pfeiffer shared in an interview with Good Housekeeping in 2007. When she arrived, we had only been together for 2 months. It was a unique situation, but it really showed me what he was made of. And he rose to the occasion admirably. Reflecting on Claudia, then 14, Pfeiffer couldn't hide her pride. "My girl is anything but ordinary," she said. "She's an amazing human being to be reckoned with. I wanted her to grow into an independent, outspoken young woman, and she has certainly exceeded my expectations." Pfeiffer beamed as she described Claudia's creativity, curiosity, and the excitement of seeing her daughter become a grown, responsible woman. As she trained her children to be, Claudia achieved incredible academic success. She earned her bachelor's degree in Slavic languages and literature from Princeton University in 2015. Her passion for Russian literature led her to Columbia University, where she received 2 more degrees, a master's in 2019 and a Master of Philosophy in 2021. Despite shying away from the public eye, Claudia has made a few appearances alongside her family, including the 2007 premiere of Hairspray and the 2010 Oscars. In June 2021, Pfeiffer delighted her Instagram followers with a rare selfie of the two, capturing a sweet mother-daughter moment. "Out on the town with my girl," she captioned the photo, adding a red heart emoji to express their close bond. Michelle Pfeiffer is also intentional about her biological son, John. In August 1994, Michelle Pfeiffer and David Edward Kelly welcomed their son, John Henry Kelly II, into the world. His name carried a significant part of the family history because he was named after Kelly's father, United States Hockey Hall of Fame coach John Henry "Jack" Kelly. John arrived as the second addition to their growing family. Like his sister Claudia, John has maintained a low profile over the years, rarely appearing in public. One of his few public appearances was at the 2007 premieres of Hairspray, where he stood proudly alongside his mother. He also supported his mother when she received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame that same year. While John and Claudia may prefer life out of the spotlight, their childhood experiences have surprisingly made their way into their father's work. During an appearance on Live with Kelly and Ryan, Pfeiffer shared a funny story about how her husband, a celebrated television writer and producer, found inspiration for one of his shows. "One of them got headlice in elementary school," Pfeiffer recalled with a laugh. "It took 3 of us working on their heads to get rid of those nits."
He once wrote a scene. Okay, I have kids. Okay,
Yeah.
one of them got hair lice. Right.
The show's host, Kelly Ripa, teased that some of Kelly's characters could be based on Pfeiffer. "I watch certain characters and think to myself, I bet he wrote that for Michelle," she joked. Pfeiffer quickly denied the idea, but admitted that Kelly had pulled from their real-life parenting challenges. "I told him, if I see this in one of your shows," and of course, it ended up in one. Though Pfeiffer didn't reveal which show featured the now famous lice scene, she was clear it wasn't Home Box Office's The Undoing, much to co-host Ryan Seacrest's amusement. With her kids now grown, Claudia is 31, and John Henry is 30, Pfeiffer added with a grin. "I'm not nitpicking on their heads anymore." Michelle Pfeiffer has always been candid about her journey as a mother. She also does not hesitate to discuss the relationship between her 2 children, Claudia and John. She warmly reflects on their bond. "Yes, they do get along," she said with a smile. "They've been close their whole lives and are close in age. But don't get me wrong, they have their moments of sibling conflict." Like any siblings, Pfeiffer's children have had their share of squabbles, but their connection remains strong. Regarding the differences between boys and girls, Pfeiffer admitted her perspective shifted once she became a mother. "Before I had them, I didn't believe much in gender differences. But they couldn't have been more different when they were little," she explained. "John was into trucks, eating bugs, and everything boyish, while Claudia loved kitty cats. It was fascinating to see." As for discipline, Pfeiffer laughingly admitted that she often plays the role of the bad cop in the household. "Dad is the one to say, 'Oh, okay, I don't want to be the bad guy.' But I am more of the disciplinarian, the strict one by default. It's a role she embraces, even if it comes with its challenges." Pfeiffer also finds herself leaning more on the lessons she learned from her own parents. "It's funny because the older my kids get, the more I refer back to what my parents did," she shared. "I started out thinking, oh, I'm not going to do it the way my parents did. But then, as I got into parenting, I realized, hey, maybe they did know a little something, and what are her hopes for her children?" Pfeiffer wants them to be resilient and true to themselves, drawing inspiration from her grandmother's remarkable strength. She raised 5 children during the Depression, drove across the country at 50, and survived it all. "That's the kind of fighter I want my kids to be." Recently, Michelle Pfeiffer gave her fans a rare glimpse into her family life, sharing a touching throwback photo on Instagram that quickly melted hearts. In the black and white snapshot, the 66-year-old actress is seen beaming at the camera, arms wrapped lovingly around her 2 children, John and Claudia, who are caught mid-laugh. "I know, I'm late recognizing National Daughter and Son Day," Pfeiffer captioned the post, humorously acknowledging her timing. "John and Claudia, I love these two rascals. From the moment they were born, they gave me, and continue to give, my life a depth of meaning beyond measure. 18 months apart, best friends, inseparable." The sweet, nostalgic moment struck a chord with her 2.1 million followers, many of whom have followed Pfeiffer's career and admired how fiercely she's protected her family's privacy over the years. "You always rightly so protected their privacy," commented one fan. "It's always an appreciated joy when you share pics of them with us now that they are grown." Another follower added, "You're blessed to have them, Michelle. And they're blessed to have you as their mother." It's clear that even as her children have grown, Pfeiffer's love and pride in them have only deepened. The simple yet powerful post beautifully captured the bond between the Hollywood icon and her two rascals, a bond that not only stood the test of time, but flourished. Before you turn off your screen, let's look at the apartment Michelle and her husband purchased. It boasts nothing but comfort, nature, and privacy. Keep watching to satisfy your curiosity. Inside Michelle Pfeiffer's Pacific Palisades paradise. In 2020, Michelle Pfeiffer and her husband, television producer David Edward Kelly, found their dream home in the heart of Pacific Palisades. They spent a reported $22.5 million on a sprawling retreat that offered everything they could desire. According to The Real Deal, this 10,329 square foot mansion boasts 6 bedrooms, 10.5 bathrooms, and jaw-dropping views of the ocean, golf course, and nearby mountains perfectly situated on one of the most coveted streets in the Riviera. Their luxurious haven has all the makings of a personal wellness retreat. It includes a private gym complete with a yoga and Pilates studio, an outdoor infinity pool, and a wine cellar. Michelle even gave fans a glimpse of her workout routine in the home gym by posting a video of herself on a treadmill. The room is stylishly simple, with cream-colored walls and white linen curtains, allowing natural light to set the tone. The master bathroom feels like something out of a luxury spa, with sleek white marble walls, a stunning freestanding silver bathtub, and expansive landscape views. Michelle has electric blinds for those quiet moments to ensure privacy at the touch of a button. The curved ceilings and arched windows, framed in rich brown wood, add elegance. True to her organized spirit, Michelle has turned her closet into a calming space, with clothes neatly color-coordinated and perfectly folded, a simple yet satisfying nod to her attention to detail. Her bedroom, a peaceful sanctuary, is filled with natural elements. White walls, wooden furniture, and a cozy rattan bed frame give the space a grounded, serene atmosphere. Family photographs rest on her wooden bookcase, adding a personal touch. Michelle's garden is equally serene, complete with cushioned sun loungers around the pool and plenty of lush greenery, making this house a true paradise inside and out. Apart from the comfort this luxury apartment offers her and her husband, her 2 lovely grown children can retreat to the Riviera apartment on holidays for a sweet family moment. Michelle does not just love her children, but utterly ensures their privacy, only revealing rare moments with them. What interests you most about this close-knit family? Let's hear from you in the comment section. Before you go, click the link on your screen and watch more inspiring videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.